Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Reverse and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are talking about the biggest update of NBA 2K26, Patch Notes 2.0, which is Season 2 biggest patch notes. And we're going to just go over some gameplay changes because there's a lot to take over here. This might save NBA 2K26 based on what it's been looking at, everything. So if you guys are new, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications. Until next time, let's get into this. So the reason why I don't have my camera on is because I'm not in a way that is fully ready for the video. This is like I'm doing it at 9:49 p.m. It's crazy. And it's probably gonna be posted within an hour. Anyways, so let's start with the first one. The first one is adjusted shot contest logic to reduce inappropriately high coverage scores like those contests when not actively contesting shots. Now again, this is like one of the biggest issues in NBA 2K26 with 7-4s not getting any contest with any guard, any build, barely have any contest because now Ghost Contest is back ever since that last patch notes. But now they adjusted the shot contest logic to reduce like high coverage scores. Like so they made it, I guess, when it's not like Ghost, for instance, Ghost Contest, where it's supposed to be open, it should not give you a high contest from just not guarding him with hands up. So that's a good update, and I'm hoping this actually fixes it. We're gonna see what happens. The next update is random button alley-oop. Finishing is now limited to Hall of Fame in competitive modes, such as anti-up, proving grounds, pro-am. All those are now limited to random button alley-oops, but Hall of Fame modes like the theater, the rec, the park, now are single dedicated, so they only give you one button and only one button to alley-oop. But if you play like in other competitive game modes like Comp Pro-Am, Comp Anti-Hub, and Proving Grounds like ranking system, you will be getting several different buttons as rotations. That didn't change, it's just limited it to like Hall of Fame modes instead of everything. The next thing is increase the difficulty of making pull-up fadeaway jump shots based on community feedback, and this is a big one. This has been a problem with front fades, side fades, left, right. It's been a problem. And the fact that it's been a problem, you can't guard it. Even when you guard them, they still make it. So they're gonna limit. Made the difficulty, so they nerfed it. I would say in a way that you could still make them, but it's not like they used to be as of now. Um, as you could tell, um, this is a good one. I'm hoping we'll see how it plays out in today's update. So this update could save it. The next one is improve the reliability of rhythm shooting inputs to ensure timing and tempo register consistently. This just improves rhythm shooting better instead of just making it even worse with just, an open, like, it just makes it better. There's no nerf in this. But now, the next one comes in play where it says slightly tighten rhythm shooting windows for both tempo and timing, which means they nerfed rhythm shooting. Now rhythm shooting is not as power OP, and we know it's been OP because you only have to time the tempo in order to make the shot. Now this what makes it um basically a basically nerfed. They nerfed it. We don't know how it will play out, but we'll see. Because when I first played the game, I used both of them. I mainly use button for like open shots, but deep shots and contested shots, I use tempo mostly. And I've been shooting consistent with it from the beginning. And to be honest, this could change it by being nerfed now. It makes it even harder to time it, but I think it still keeps the fact that tempo is still greenable. Um, but it could be difficult than it was, and we're gonna hope it's actually good this year, after this update. Next is adjusted takeover effects, so that Duncan Boost now applies correctly to poster machine instead of blur. What this means is basically poster machine, and I've heard this from complaints on timeline. the poster machine just did not work. That's what I heard from many complaints on timeline. Yes, I've been watching Twitter all over X, sorry, formerly Twitter, all over my timeline complaining fades and all those. And here's the biggest update that we've been waiting for, and I'm hoping this actually saves it. Poster machine wasn't working, and usually blur is the most overpowered takeover you've ever seen. I've seen clips. I've never personally faced something blur. They usually use deep bomber, like usually guards, because they again guards are mostly into blur, and that's so annoying. They give you a green window, so if you don't know what blur is, it just boosts your green window by like 100%. It's you can't even miss it. If you even touch it, it's like you have a Zen on your hands, in my opinion. So now poster machine works apparently. We're gonna see how that works. The next thing is added more reliable ball collision detection when dribbling into defenders and during blitz steal attempts. So what this means is not pluck steals. Okay, pluck steals is way different. Pluck steal did not do anything to this update. Nothing. Be honest, pluck is actually really nerfed this year, and you can't pluck. You can only get lane steals. Now, according to this, they made it more reliable for blitz steal attempts. So once you blitz the guard or something, and when there's a ball collision from a dribbler and a defender, it could probably get a bump steal. Now, that's questionable. You can still get bump steals now. That just made it more reliable. The next thing is replace the behind the back escape in the normal dribble package. Now, get me if I'm wrong. I'm not mostly a dribbler. Um, but in the comments below, I want your thoughts about this update and past this whole thing. Get Correct me if I'm wrong. But what this means is, I think what I've heard is 7-4s that can dribble that huge behind the back. They do, and it's like you can't guard it. It's unguardable. They just replaced or they removed it or replaced it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that one. But let me know what you think about that one and correct me if I'm wrong in this case. The next thing is ball handlers can now cancel standing in and outs, and some retreat size ups have been changed to hesitation moves. So what this means is they could now I think what this means again, I'm not a dribbler, so because I'm mostly a big man, what this means is it just cancel you can now cancel like some certain standing moves, and there's some retreat size ups that are now in hesitation moves. They just moved it to hesitation moves, so it's not gonna make it some difference. The next thing is unwanted behind back escapes are now triggered, no longer triggered when you trying to do a step back out of body ups. Now this one is a good one. I seen it in Pro Am because we just played the summit over the weekend, and yet we got 27th in the paint. Caradu got 27th in the whole world, and I'm proud of these boys. They work their asses off, and I hope we continue to build up on that with leagues and everything. So make sure you check out Caradu. Also, the link in the description. They won the summit at top 27. And mostly all our players are stat leaders from top 100, which is really cool. Now, what this means is basically I've seen accidental behind the backs that could get stripped instead of step backs, and I've seen this from my guard, mostly Glock and Kalen. You just do this, for instance, or they do a step back. The game registers it as a behind the back, then you get stripped. It's behind the back into a defender, which then it gets a bump steal, and you're off to go. Which is I hope they fixed it now. That was good. No longer triggered. So we're gonna see how it works in this update. The next thing is several improvements have been made to body ups for better reliability. This is an important one. Is improve 3-second violation logic to better handle 2-3 zone defenses and prevent exploits in modes without backcourt violations. This is a good one for 3v3s where you're just gonna keep track. Usually in 5v5s as well. 3v3s usually you have the guard chucking shots and it keeps resetting. And you just want your big to grab the board. Now they improved it, made it more strict, better, and for example, in fives, same situation, it keeps resetting the clock, which then means you would have to, and this also limits backcourt. Sometimes backcourt violations don't get called. But handle 2-3 zone in a paint. Well, hopefully what this means is basically it is actually 3 seconds. I highly doubt it, but I think this what makes it stop the resetting count, because after rebound it should still count as in, because you would have to step out of the paint. Now, the next one is energy levels in 1v1 games are not reset on possession changes. So let me know what you guys think about this update. And let me know down in the comments. I'm gonna read some comments, your thoughts, and how are you guys enjoying NBA 2K26 after a month, and season 2 is releasing this Friday. So I can't wait to see you guys on the court. If you guys are new, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and until next time, peace.